Hello. Hello, hello, hi. Welcome, welcome to Monday Morsels in Bare Bones Kitchen. I am your culinary coach, Harmony. Cheers. Cheers. Back on the Corona. It's on sale, you guys. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for Cinco de Mayo. Because all the Coronas and Pacificos are on sale right now. Pacifico was out, so I just went with the Corona. That's what I did. That's what I did. Hey, Jason! Man, dude, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you, man. I have fun pictures of my 16th birthday with you in them. I think I've sent it to you before, though. All right, guys, I just thought that I would throw something completely different into the mix. And even though this is Monday Morsels, I'm just going to make a whole meal. Why? Because it's quick and easy, and for the most part, it's fairly inexpensive. We're going to do like a sauteed shrimp with a coconut sauce. Okay? Oh, you're so sweet. So I have some coconut oil here. I put some in a jar because I have a gigantic Costco-sized tub of it. So I'm just going to start out with a little bit of this coconut oil, right around a tablespoon. It's cool, whatever. If you don't have coconut oil, no worries. Use butter, use olive oil. I mean, whatever you got. It's not imperative that you use coconut oil, okay? That's all I'm saying. I use coconut oil a lot. So not so much when I'm cooking, ironically enough, but I make a body butter out of coconut oil, and I love it. It's like my favorite. All right, and then I have some shrimps here. Okay, these are like Gulf shrimp. So you just want to make sure if you're buy whatever shrimp you want. These are the shrimp that I bought like 2 bags of for my seafood boil. They were in my freezer. Takes 5-10 minutes to thaw them out under running water in a colander. Just do that. I mean, it's honestly, it's shrimp. Can you go wrong? Only when you overcook it. So just make sure if you are buying like a whole shrimp that you run your knife down the center, because you want to get the little poop bag out of there, because that's not a very tasty little piece there. So we've got like this clear grayish color, and as these cook, they're going to turn pink. They're going to be like the shrimp you probably have seen in the store. You don't know anything about this. That's what we're rocking, okay? What we're rocking. And I only did half of the bag, so it's like a half of a pound. It's just Zane and I, you guys, so. And I don't know, I'm kind of sketch about like reheating seafood, so that's just my own personal weirdness. How are you all doing? I'm so happy to be here. You guys, I've just really been out of it all freaking weekend, and it really sucks. I'm just not. I don't want to play anymore, okay? I don't want to play anymore. That's my whole thing. But being in the kitchen just fills my soul with happiness. So I am happy to be here. I am happy that y'all joined me. And again, shrimp's not going to take very long, you guys. Just like a few minutes, literally, and it's already turning pink. Ugh. Damn, Tom's locked up on me. And it's okay at this point if they're slightly undercooked, because we're going to put them in sauce anyways. And that sauce is going to be screaming hot. So it'll be fine. I promise you it'll be fine. You guys do anything fun this weekend? Tell me about it. Went to a work meeting. Yay. But you already knew that. If you joined me for Suck It Up Saturday, you already knew I was not feeling it. Usually that passes for me fairly quickly. This week it did not. It's kind of still sticking around. That is why if you are waiting for updated YouTube videos, they're not there. Okay? They're not there. Not because I forgot. Because, like, guys, honestly, I just wasn't feeling it. Not because I don't love you and cherish every single one of you that watches. Because I do. Bottom line, I do. Don't get it twisted, okay? But I just wasn't feeling it. I even went to kitchen at Nicole's house for dinner yesterday, And even though I was feeling that portion, I'm off. I'm just, my cha-cha is a little sideways. So again, I'm happy to be here with you all because getting all of this stuff prepped really fuels my soul. And I'm happy that you're all along for the ride, okay? All right, so I have like 1/4 of an onion. Again, I'm doing half of what I would normally do because there's just 2 of us. Zane is a little unsure about this whole thing anyways. I had to let him taste the coconut milk that I'm going to put in a few minutes. So yeah. He's like, I don't know about that. Jason, are you guys getting some good weather down there? In Arizona? Arizona? Of course you are. Like, that's such a stupid question. Are you getting good weather in Arizona? I mean, unless, of course, you're not. And maybe it's not a stupid question. I don't watch the news, you guys, so anything that I know about is legitimately, like, second-hand information. Arizona could be, like, flooding like California was a few months back, and I would have 0 clue about it. 0 clue. Unless you guys tell me. Because I don't watch the news. It's never news. It's always bullshit and bad and terrible and horrible and awful, and who wants to hear that all the time? Alright, so in this one, I have, like, a chunk of a red pepper and a little tiny jalapeno with no seeds in it. Because I'm not rocking the heat, okay? If you want to keep the seeds in there, or if you want to use a different pepper, do whatever you're gonna do. I'm just here to guide you. I'm much like a recipe. You don't have to follow me directly. What are we making? Shrimp curry? No, we're just doing a coconut cream sauce over some shrimp. So I have some red bell pepper again and 1 jalapeno. I know that makes Nicole's heart happy. She loves jalapeno. And since I'm feeling so I felt like this worked out well for me today. So I've already done my shrimp most of the way. It's probably not all the way cooked, but it's pretty darn close. Okay? I've sauteed my little 1/4 of an onion. Woo! Breathed in all that pepper steam. That'll wake you up. Smells like a spicy O'Brien potato up in this bitch. I do love O'Brien potatoes. That would be good. I've never done jalapenos in O'Brien potatoes. I bet you have though, huh, Nick? Alright. Getting that sauteed down. Now, I did have my jalapenos and my pepper in the freezer because you guys know how I roll like that. Like, just throw the whole thing in the freezer. You don't have to, like, break it down or anything. You can absolutely just throw it in there. That was a tip and trick I learned from my lovely sister, friend, cousin, once removed, Leah. She always just used to take the whole bag of peppers when she went grocery shopping and toss them up in the freezer. Because it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything that way. I really think you can do that with any vegetable. I don't know that I would recommend that with, like, tomatoes. But I have done it with just about every vegetable. Okay, maybe tomatoes, asparagus. I don't know that I would just throw asparagus in the freezer because that might be a little wonky. Jalapeno on everything, of course. Of course. I knew that. Before I even asked, I knew that. Alright. Now we are going to go in with some, I have a little squeezy ginger and some actual fresh garlic. Because that's how I'm rocking right now. I'm a little bottled, I'm a little fresh. I don't even know how else to explain it, you guys. I just don't. We just want this to smell delicious. If you have fresh ginger, use fresh ginger. If you don't have even that minced ginger, you know what? Use ginger powder. It'll be fine. Ooh, I may have to turn that down a little bit. Just a little bit. Ooh, fragrant right out the gate. I like that. And then we're going to take our can of coconut milk. This is the brand I have right now, and we're just going to dump that bad boy in there. Oh yeah, hear that sizzle? Mm-hmm. I have not frozen an artichoke. No, I've never done that. Does that work? Have you done that? I've never done that. Because usually unless Jasmine's home, then like I'm the only one that will eat stuff like that. So I just eat the whole thing because I'm a pig trough according to Zane. So no, I have not. I have not frozen a whole artichoke. And if you haven't, then it might be worth a shot. I don't know. I know I have driven in specific neighborhoods around my house, and there's one house in particular, and it freaking kills me every year because they have this like raised bed garden in front of their house, and they have artichokes, and they literally let them bloom every year, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, why would you do that? I mean, they're beautiful. Artichoke flowers are so beautiful. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why would you do that? All right, we're going to let that rock for just a minute while I mix up the next part. Okay. Get my little whisk, a little whiskey whisk. I have a tablespoon of brown sugar in here, which I'm actually just going to dump that in now because I don't need that in there. I have my little teaspoon, not tablespoon, teaspoon of brown sugar. I have my teaspoon of cornstarch. So, cornstarch, you don't have to get it in a container like this. I think they have smaller ones too. But, I mean, if you use it a lot, what's the problem, right? What's the problem? Really beautiful ones, but just made me eat them. Okay. Yeah, no, I've never done that, so I probably don't, I definitely don't know that I would recommend that either. Just because it's really delicate like asparagus, but you just never know. You never know until you try. Because basically what happens when you freeze something is the little water molecules that are in whatever you're freezing kind of do this explode thing. So then when you go to thaw it out, unless you're throwing it in a soup or something, it's gonna act a little adversely. Let's just say that. All right, I have a lime here. I have my cornstarch. I'm just gonna juice this bad boy. Hopefully I didn't pick a really terrible one. I did roll it on the counter. And basically we're doing a lime slurry with some cornstarch. So cornstarch, if you don't already know, is going to be a natural thickener. And just like flour. Flour is going to be a thickener as well. But you use this more like a slurry, and it's going to give you sort of a clear-ish, it's going to be like more of a translucent situation as opposed to a solid look like when you use flour. And then using the lime is going to create acidity in your coconut milk, so it's going to give it a nice balance. All right, guys, so funny story. I'm really happy to be here, first of all. I'm happy that you're all showing up. I'm just, again, bad weekend, bad day, with the exception of the few hours yesterday with Nicole and Eric, and, always hanging out with Zane is a great thing. But I just kind of have a shit-ass attitude right now. And I think it's because I'm struggling a little bit with having some of my closest friends not being at work right now. And, you can love your job as much as you want, but if you don't like the people that you work with or that are around you, is it really worth it? Yeah, probably not. It definitely does not make your day go by any smoother when you're not feeling the vibe of your coworkers. And I wouldn't necessarily say I'm not feeling the vibe of my coworkers. It's just different without my favorite coworkers, if that makes any sense. So, yeah. Anyways, happy with that. So the other night, switch gears again because I'm kind of that person tonight. I went to go fill out the application for Next Level Chef. And I literally, well, first of all, like, the application was for just this last January, February. So I don't know if they're just not doing another episode or another season, or if they just haven't opened it up yet. But I thought, screw it, I'll fill it out anyways. Maybe I'll be ahead of the game that way. I don't really know. I don't know how this works. I've never tried to apply for any kind of cooking show or anything like that. And you guys, first of all, I was doing it on my phone, right? Because that's how we operate these days. Everything is on our phones. I went to go insert a picture and went to hit the back button because I was trying to get out of a picture that I was in, and I hit the back button too many times, and I was literally like 3/4 of the way done. And I'm like, yep, this weekend was not the weekend for me to be trying to apply for nothing like that. Yeah, it was fantastic. Absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. That's all I can say to you. Just for fantastic. All right, so I have my cornstarch, my lime juice. I'm just going to mix it up. We're going to create like a little slurry. It's going to look like weird watered down milk. And this is what's going to be a thickening agent in our sauce. Had I have used coconut cream, which I do actually have, I might not have used so much of this because coconut cream tends to be way thicker. But, you know, referencing a recipe, maybe not really. Ooh, I don't want to use that one in there. Don't use metal in your nonstick pans, you guys. It's no good. Yeah, I totally forgot where I was going with that whole tirade rampage. But yeah, so, yeah. Totally got 3/4 of the way done and completely exited out of the whole thing. I was super upset with myself. Because I'm like, I know how I am. And I'm going to sit on it, and I'm going to think about it, and I'm going to talk myself out of it, and it's a damn shame. It's just a damn shame. All right, you guys, I've added that, so as as it's cooking down, it's going to start to thicken up. So you really want to pay attention to it and just sort of whisk it a little bit. You can let it boil for just a few seconds, or maybe not boil necessarily, but you're going to see it start to thicken up as you go. Whoop. Woo! It's quite delicious. It's a little on the tangy side. I may have added a little bit too much in the way of lime juice. But I am going to add some salt and pepper now. Salt might bring out the sweetness of the brown sugar that's in there. And the ginger. I don't know, of course the ginger is always going to add a little bit of spice. Add some pepper too. That's just how I roll. Just got really quiet. I'm sorry. I apologize. I went in the zone for a moment. Oop. And now I'm splashing everything everywhere. Beautiful. Lovely. Fantastic. Oh yeah. That salt did it. Yep. Took away a little bit from that super tanginess from the lime. I'm going to add my shrimp back in. And the little juices that came with it. Because why not? Grab my other spoon. this is it. Again, you can totally add way more shrimp. It's just Zane and I. I'm weird about seafood being a leftover. So yeah, that's how I'm rocking it. This is it. This is it. Wasn't too bad, 20-ish minutes. That's already had my rice done. 2 to 1. You know, 2 cups of liquid to your 1 cup of rice, or 2 of whatever to your 1 of rice. Maybe not necessarily a cup if you're doing way more. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that, you guys. Doesn't that look delicious? Let me not throw it everywhere, though. Whoop, whoop. All right, I will get YouTube updated, you guys. I apologize for that, but sometimes when you're just not feeling it, you're just not feeling it. And I just haven't been. Maybe tomorrow will be better because it's Tuesday, even though Tuesday is usually one of my worst days of the week. That's okay, because I have Corona that's going to get me through tonight, and I'm going to fight through Tuesday if I have to. I'm just going to do it. Hooah! All right, y'all. Thanks for showing up. Y'all keep showing up. So do I. I will see you back here on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And thank you again. Mwah! Have a lovely evening, y'all.